I fish lots of lakes, I fish them all year round. Oh, I fish lots of lakes, everywhere I'm bound. Can't say which lake's the best until I try. All the rest going fishing.
Welcome back to Northwestern Outdoors Radio. I'm John Cruz. I want to tell you about a new digital magazine out there that if you are into fishing for salmon and steelhead, you have got to subscribe to. It's called the Tailout, and with us here to tell you more about it is the man who puts it together, Pat Hoglund. He is the publisher of Salmon and Steelhead Journal, Steelheaders Journal, Western Hunter, and more. Pat, great to have you on the air.
Thanks, John. Glad to be with you.
So I got this in my email inbox, was really impressed. 23-page digital magazine, The Tailout. Tell our listeners a little bit more about this new project you've got here.
Well, The Tailout is a concept that I've been toying with to kind of do away with your traditional newsletter where you get a newsletter in your inbox and then it kind of bounces to the website and then you read stories off the website, which is fine, but I always wanted to do something different because like a lot of people, I think when those emails pop into your email address, you have a tendency to maybe not look at them, not open them, and sometimes a lot of people delete them.
Right.
But by giving, a reader something different and something that's unique, we are, it's early on, but we found that the interest and the feedback has been super positive, and I think that kind of stems from kind of how we treat Salmon and Steelhead Journal. I go out of my way to find good writers, to find good photographers, and put together a magazine that is, complete and thorough and interesting and entertaining, and you put that with a nice graphic design and really strong images and good editorial, and you have something that people are actually, looking to read and want to read, and they look forward to each issue coming out. And that's been the experience that I've found the last 16 years publishing Salmon and Steelhead Journal. And so with the Tailout, we publish Salmon and Steelhead Journal 6 times a year. And so there's only so much, information that you can put in without, killing yourself on print bills. So we kind of came up with this idea that if we put together information that we not necessarily going to run in the magazine, then we can put it into a digital magazine that people can actually, when they click on it, it goes to a digital hosting site and you get a flip-through magazine. So it reads like a magazine, it looks like a magazine, and the information is there for people to, we've got techniques, we've got tips and tailouts and, news stories, and we have reader photos, etc. So it's kind of been, kind of fun to get this project off the ground and actually get it delivered. And so far, so good. We, like I said, we've done our first one. And like I said, the feedback has been really good. And I think the product will speak for itself.
Oh, I agree. And, you had mentioned when you started talking about this, you talked about it as a newsletter. But I think in my mind's eye, and a lot of other people's, a newsletter, it's at a certain level, but a magazine is at a higher level. And this definitely qualifies, in my mind, as being at the magazine level for all of the reasons that you stated there. And yes, there's ads there too, folks. But again, you feel like you are flipping through a magazine as you're flipping through the pages of this digital magazine. It's definitely a good read. It's got very good content. I'd highly recommend it. Speaking of the content, is this recycled content from some of your other publications, or is it all fresh and brand new?
Well, I'd say about 80% of it is fresh and brand new, and that's going to be the concept. And we'll have new editorial each issue. But, having published Salmon and Steelhead Journal for 16 years, we have some stories that really resonate even today with readers. So, for example, in this issue, the jig story was published in Salmon and Steelhead Journal several years ago. But when you look at it, it makes perfect sense still today because obviously it's a technique, and techniques, don't really change over the years. And of course, you're going to find new twists to, different techniques. But for the most part, the editorial is going to be new and fresh, but we will do repurposed content. And I made that clear in my letter, but it's not going to be recycled content consistently. It's going to have like I said, probably 75-25 ratio. And so I'm going again out of my way to find writers and stories that fit the Tailout concept. And there's two really good stories in this issue that could have gone into the print edition. But, for example, we did a story on the University of California, Davis study about salmon eating their way out of climate change, and then we did another piece on hatcheries by Dave Champ. So that's all new, and like I said, we could have justified putting those in the print issue, but this is just another opportunity for us to disseminate more information to our readers. And so instead of 6 issues a year with a printed issue of Salmon and Steel Journal, you get 12.
Nice. 12 issues. Again, the first edition was 23 pages. I expect the other ones are going to be similar. As you just heard, folks, lots of new content, but everybody's wondering, this one was free. Are the other ones going to be free too? I mean, is this just a free publication anyone can sign up for? And if so, how do they sign up?
Yeah, the Tailout is free, and it's just a matter of going to our website, salmonandsteeljournal.com, and as soon as you log on to it, you're going to get one of those annoying subscribe boxes, and you can just enter your email on that, and then we collect your email, and then you'll get the Tailout for free. Yeah, no cost to it, and it's really simple to sign up.
All right. So the website to go to is salmonandsteelheadjournal.com. When you get that pop-up, sign up for the email. And folks, I signed up a long time ago at salmonandsteelheadjournal.com for their email list. They do not bombard you with ads and other things. You're going to get the Tailout and very little else. Definitely worth signing up for. Again, this is a very high-quality digital magazine. If you are a salmon angler or a steelhead angler anywhere in the greater Northwest, you're going to be very interested in what's here, and it's absolutely free. One last question for you. Are you going to be at any of the shows, the Washington Sportsman Show in Puyallup or the Pacific Northwest Sportsman Show in Portland?
Yeah, I will be at both. 2 years ago, we launched Western Hunting Journal magazine. So we're going to be there kind of in dual roles, Portland and Puyallup. And Western Hunting Journal will be the primary focus at the shows as we're continuing to grow that. Salmon and Steel Journal will also be there. But, we'll be at both Portland and Puyallup. And then we've got, this is the show season starting. So I've got people down in Reno at the Wild Sheep Show for Western Hunting Journal, and then in Salt Lake City for the Hunt Expo for the hunting magazine as well. So, yeah, it's a busy time, but it's always fun to, be at the shows and talk to people and get their feedback on, what they like. And obviously you're going to find people that don't like everything that you do, and the way people are, you're going
to hear all about it. So, I know. I exhibit, and I get that same privilege. One last thing. Yeah. If people do come to your booth at the show, is there going to be some sort of special if people subscribe to either the Western Hunter or the Salmon and Steelhead Journal?
Yeah, we always have show specials, and Western Hunting Journal will be, normally the one-year subscription is $29.95, and at the show we'll do a $20 show special, and we'll do a $20 show special for Salmon and Steel Journal as well. So, yeah, definitely save a few bucks on it, and we can even sign you up for the Tailout newsletter as well.
There you go. Cover all three of your bases. Go ahead and sign up for a subscription for hunting, sign up for a subscription for fishing, and get the Tailout Journal for free. Again, just check them out at the Washington Sportsman Show in Puyallup. That's going to be January 22nd through the 26th, or you can check them out at the Pacific Northwest Sportsman Show in Portland, February 5th through the 9th at the Expo Center. And you can always go to salmonandsteelheadjournal.com and do so today and sign up for the Tailout. You won't regret it. Pat, thanks for sharing this with us today on Northwestern Outdoors Radio.
Thanks, John, for having me, and we'll see you at the shows.
Looking forward to it.
Rice lake, sugar lake, mud lake, long lake, ant lake, swan lake, lake of the woods. Oh, I fish everywhere.